What's good, PD peeps? Thank you for joining me today for another live stream. Now, Cyberlink went ahead and provided us with some updates for all of our PowerDirector 365 subscribers on January 28th, 2021. So today I'm going to run through that content, all the new features, and get you up on what's happening with this program for our 365 subscribers. Now, after I'm done going through all of that, I'm going to give you my opinions. It's just my opinions. I know you may feel a little bit differently than I do. And if you do, leave that stuff in the chat and let me know. But I'm going to give you my opinion on the new features and the new content. And then when I'm done, I will go through all the comments. Well, maybe not all the comments. Let me put it to you like this. I will go through the comments and I will respond to some of the things in the chat. And one disclaimer I always like to say, you spam these chats, I'm not answering you. I do not like it when people spam and put the same comment over and over and over again, trying to get me to respond. No bueno. I'm not going there, okay? So if you go ahead and feel like you got to spam the comments, don't get surprised if you get booted out of the chat, because I do reserve the right to kick your stinking behind out of here if you keep spamming, or if you do something that, other people in the chat may not like being offensive and all nasty and stuff. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into these new features. I guess I should move this out of the way, showing y'all all my, YouTube goodness and stuff over here. Let's get down and let's get going. So, the first feature of the day is called GPU switching. Now, GPU switching is used to speed up the produce process if you're using H.265 or H.264 codecs, and it's supposed to give you faster editing and encoding speeds. I don't know if it's going to do that or not. I tried it just once, and it didn't really seem like it sped it up too much. To me, I think really what they did is, instead of putting hardware encoder in there, they're letting you pick between your NVIDIA or your AMD GPU. So you have those options based on which card you have. So basically, if you go to produce and you pick H.264 or H.265, either one of those, if you come down to the fast video rendering technology, you'll see here, instead of the old phrase that it used to have here, I think it said hardware encoder or something like that, now you have NVIDIA, NVENC. So basically, you got it listed right here. If it was an AMD card that had the GPU, then it would say AMD blah, blah, blah. So that's the option that you get now. To me, I think it's a great option to have it here and just really specify, because a lot of people aren't sure. Like when they see hardware encoder or video hardware encoder, they're like, what does that mean? Should I pick that? Should I not pick it? But if you know what your video card is and that option is in there, then you'll know, hey, if I pick this one, it should use my GPU. So that's pretty good. But whether or not it's going to make a difference, only time will tell. So let's go back here. Now, the next new feature that I wanted to talk about is express modes. Now, express modes is for PIP and for the particle designer. So express modes is similar to what you see in the title designer. So when you go in the title editor or the title room, you get an option for basic or advanced. So this basically gives you the same options for PIP or for the particle designer. So if I double click on this clip and open it up, you'll see now that you got Express and Advanced. Right now it's on Advanced because this is the one that I was using before. And so you'll see in Advanced it has all the regular options that you're used to. Now if you pick Express, then you only get some of the options. So object settings, it only has opacity in here. So it doesn't have all the settings you could change. The Chroma Key is all there. Border is all there. Shadow and fades. But you're missing a lot of different options here, like reflection, flip, 3D settings, things like that. So, and you don't have the motion tab under the Express one. So you only have properties. So for me, in my opinion, the simpler interface may be good if you're not using this a lot. And if you want to, customize certain effects, then it's all good. But for me, I'm more of a type of dude that I'm always gonna want to be under advanced, because I always want to see all of the functionality that I can use to have all the options at my disposal. I don't want to be in the express mode and then try to find out if the option is there or not. So I'm probably just going to leave it on advanced as my last used option, and it should stick there the next time I open it like it did just now, because whenever you open this, it should stick with the last one that you used, because it'll make your workflow a little bit faster. So that's how I feel about it. I'm not a big fan of the express option because, like I said, I want to know everything at my disposal and try to use it all if I can. So let's go ahead and close this out. Tell me what you think about the express mode option in the chat. All right. So the last actual new feature is quick access to applied effects. So if you apply an effect to a clip, then now you have the option to go ahead and change or tweak or edit that effect right in the timeline, and it'll help speed up your workflow a little bit. So now when you apply an effect, it has this little box. It used to be a little box, but it was like yellow, but now it has a little white icon. And if you go ahead and hover over this and you left click on it, or if you can see here that you have the effects that you can choose from. And the only effect on here is X-ray. So if I click on X-ray, then now it just opens up the effects that I can change. So let's close this out, because in reality, if I click on this, I still have the effect button right here. If I click on that, it'll open up this effect. But if I had multiple effects on it and I only wanted to get to one of them, then I'd have to choose the effect that I wanted to edit up here on the left. So does it speed up the workflow? Yeah, I mean, if I just go here and go to X-ray, if there were other effects, I could just go directly to the one I want to change and click on it and it'll open it. But is it that much quicker than going right here? Or is it that much quicker than using a shortcut for effects and just opening up the effects options? I don't know. I mean, I think it's okay being there. Like I said before, not really blown away by it. It's okay. If you think it'll speed up your workflow, great. I mean, it's right there on the timeline, so that does make it a little bit quicker. But depending on where your clip is, you got a difference of a few inches, basically, right? To go from this button to that. And if I got to click on this, then click the icon, then click X-ray, is that faster than clicking this, clicking that, and then clicking X-ray up here? Still 3 clicks. You know, I'm just, hey, I'm just saying, you know, I understand that the transfer process from going from here to here and back is a lot different than just going here and here. Yes, that is true. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're done talking about all the features. So let's go ahead and go into the new content. The content is basically the things that they add that you can use for free. They added some new transitions into the mix. So let's take a look at those first. If you go to the transition room and you go down to split basic transitions pack, you can click on that and you get some new transitions here. They're, you know, just simple splits that split the screen and bring it to the new one. I mean, different ways you can split up and down, vertically, horizontally, triple splits, double splits. There's all types of different things on here. So just as an example, let's say we throw this one here and we hit the space bar and play this back. There's one. Let's see, it's got a little diagonal one here. Play this back. There's another one. You got, let's see, a different diagonal one here. Then you got your triple splits. So you got all these options here. It's all gravy in the Navy, you know. Basically, for me, I think you guys already know, I'm not a big proponent of transitions at all. I mean, the transitions I like to use maybe fade or dissolve if at all necessary. For the most part, I'm all about cuts. I'm not really big on transitions. Only time that I might use a transition, like I said, if I need to fade or dissolve something, or if it's like a kind of maybe an action type of video that I'm making, then maybe I'll use some kind of dynamic transitions on stuff. But otherwise, I'm not really big on transitions. So in my opinion, I'm not too worried about them adding transitions like this. If they do add them and if I need to use it for something, great. I mean, I always make sure that I download all of the content that they give me because it's free and because I got a bunch of space. So I'm not too concerned about it. But if you're not big on transitions like me, then these might not mean a lot to you. If you make a lot of action videos, things like that, sports, you know, just vacation stuff, maybe that might be something that you want to use these transitions for, stuff like that. Then yeah, these might be worth your while, and go ahead and download them and use them if so. But for me, I'm not a big proponent of them, and that's all I can say, really. That's all I can say. I can't say no more. Let's see. So besides transitions, there's also some new titles that they added. So let's go ahead and hit up the title room. And in the title room, if you go to, I think it's cartoon. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Cartoon titles. So there's some cartoon titles here. So we can kind of click on these and it'll give us a quick preview of what the title looks like. So there's a bunch of them in here, like 15 of them. So they're all free. If you want to use a cartoon type of title, then here's some titles that you can use. Also, there's titles that pop. That's another new one that they provided. So titles that pop is, I think this is, I don't know. I'm going to guess it is Japanese. If you guys know, let me know in the comments what language this is. But all of these titles are in Japanese, but you can go ahead and, like, if I brought one down to the timeline, if I double click on it and I change the text, it'll be in whatever, like, it'll be in my language because, you know, that's what's on my system. So if I play it, there it is. Just changed it to English. So there you go. So a bunch of titles in here. There's 15 of these as well. And you can just click on them and see the differences in them. It's all gravy. Titles like these, I'm more of a fan of professionally polished looking titles. Like, I liked the vintage title pack that they did, like this one that I'm showing right now. This one is, like, to me, great. I would use these on any type of video, really. I mean, they're high quality, they look professional. These are pretty dope. If I compare them to these titles, to me, they just are not on the same level. That's just me. I just don't think that these are something that I would use. Now, if I'm doing a cartoon video or something, maybe I would use these, right? They fit the narrative. They fit the story. If they fit the story, go ahead and use them. They probably would look great because the title is matching the content. But like I said, if I'm looking for something for the type of work that I do, like if I'm looking for like a documentary or a commercial, something like that, then these would come into play a lot more often than those other types of titles. So really, the titles need to be something that are going to be useful to you for your situation. So if the cartoon titles fit your situation, great. The titles that pop fit your situation, great. Use them. Could they have made them more professional looking? I think so. I mean, it's just my own opinion. Like I said, in my humble opinion, this is what I got to say. All right. All right. So last but not least, we have some audio, some free audio that they gave us. So it's some acoustic guitar background music. So if we go up here to the media room, and then we go to background music, we'll see we got an option for acoustic. Click on that. You got all this beautiful guitar stuff. I don't think you're going to be able to hear this, but, you know, I could try to play it. So there you go. Acoustic guitar music. Now, for me, I'm down with any free music. Like, if it's music and it's free, I'm down with using it. I don't give a rat's fat patootie. I'm going to grab it because the more music that I have access to, the more situations that I can find a solution for. So whether it's a wedding or it's, you know, some other type of event that maybe the acoustic guitar fits the content, that I might throw it in there. So keep in mind, all of this content that they give you for free, the music, the titles, all of this stuff, you can use royalty free on YouTube, on any type of video that you make, commercially or non-commercially. Basically, as long as you have the link to the end user license agreement for PowerDirector, then that states that you have the rights to use the music. So just because you're using the music, though, it doesn't mean that that someone on YouTube will not try to claim the music. There are copyright claims that happen on YouTube all the time, and usually, from my experience, the claim is inaccurate, and it's not for the right music, or they don't own the rights. So when you do have that happen, let's say you use some music from PowerDirector and it gets claimed, all you got to do is dispute the claim, state that this music is royalty free, provided by PowerDirector for my commercial and non-commercial use. Put that in the comments and include the link to the PowerDirector end user license agreement. And then what will happen is the claim will be released, and you'll be able to keep making money on your video, and the money will go to you and all that good stuff. You just got to dispute it, because the YouTube copyright claim system sucks. They're overprotective, and because of that, they allow people to just claim whatever, or the system just claims whatever, and a lot of the times it's wrong. It's almost always wrong. So just keep in mind, you can dispute that if something were to happen. So overall, not really blown away by the things that I saw as far as the available updates for the system, the features. GPU switching, that might be something. If it really speeds up the process, then that'll be great. Like I said, for users who don't understand the hardware encoding, it might be good for them. So I'm just saying, hey, depends on how it works in your situation. GPU switching might be awesome for you, especially if you got multiple cards. If you got like on your system and you can pick them, that's great. Express modes, to me, they don't really seem like an improvement. If you need to get to the extra features, it's just an extra step. Hey, babe, my wife is here again. She's just saying hi to me. So express modes, they don't really seem like something that really gets me like excited about it. Gives you option to less features. I mean, I guess if you don't use all the features, then it might be something that you find useful. Quick access to the effects on the timeline to be able to change them. I think that's a nice to have, you know, not a big deal either. The transitions, those are pretty good. So, you know, I'll rock with them. I'm just not big on transition. It depends on the situation. So, you know, I'll rock with those. Free music, I'm always down for that. Like I said, the new titles, to me, I'm just gonna be honest with you, garbage. Garbage. I would have liked them to be more professional. I understand that there's situations where the titles could fit, but they still could have made them higher quality. That's just me. That's where I'm coming from. So, what are some of the features that you'd like to see in the program? What are things that you were waiting for them to do? You're still waiting for them to do that they haven't done. What are some of those features that you want to see? Leave those in the chat so that we can talk about those features and get your perspective on, what type of improvements would be best for the program. And we could just chit chat about that a little bit here and now. Now, leave those comments in the chat and we'll get to talking about them. And since we've gone through all the updates, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get into the chat and see what's cracking over there. All right. Let's see what we got, people. All right. All right. So we got Chronic Zetro says, "Hi, bro. Can you tell me how to zoom a video on PowerDirector phone with the video still moving?" So there's a pan and zoom feature in the version for the phone. I'm not going to get too deep into that right now because I don't have that on the screen. I can't pull it up right now. But if you use the pan and zoom feature, you can go ahead and zoom in. The video will keep moving, doing whatever it needs to do. There's also the capability to use keyframes, motion keyframes on the phone version. So you can use motion keyframes to have more control over the zoom, how fast it zooms in, how slow it zooms in, if it moves it across the screen, all of that good stuff. Those are options on the phone version that you can use. I'll be doing a live stream on the actual phone or the Android iOS version tomorrow. So go to my channel for the mobile version. This channel, I don't focus on the mobile version. The channel that I talk about, the Android and iOS version or the iPhone version, is called PDU Mobile. So if you look up PDU Mobile, that will show you some of the tutorials on how to do what you're asking for, to zoom, pan and zoom, motion keyframes. I got tutorials for all of that. But also, if you're interested, I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow on the PDU Mobile channel. So if you want to see my live stream about PDU Mobile, make sure that you go on there, subscribe to the channel, and the information for the live stream is available there as well. All right, let's see. Look, everybody answering the question like toasty toast. Like, hey, do custom motion. Yep, toasty beans, you're damn right. Toasty beans, you're damn right. Custom motion keyframes, all kind of good stuff, people. Lots of views there. All right, so we got a super chat. Booyah for my man, Superman G. He says, "For a well-deserved teacher who has my utmost respect for and gratitude." Thank you so much, Superman G. $25. I appreciate you, brother. The dude is always giving me love. Got a great channel out there. You want to see his check his stuff out. Head on over there and make sure that you show him some love. Let's see. All right, let's go down. Let's get down here to the next. Let's see. King Slayer, what's up, King Slayer? King Slayer says your videos have helped me a lot, so thank you so much. Hey, I appreciate the love, King Slayer. It's always good to know that the videos that I put out there are helping all of my PD peeps and helping other people too. I know that the subscribers that I have, I'm so thankful for all of you guys subscribing, being part of this community, asking for help, but sharing your own knowledge like you guys are doing in the chat right now. It means a lot to be able to help bring you all together and also share my knowledge with you. So appreciate that. Let's see. So, question from Costas. I think it's Carceras. Yeah, Costas Carcera says, "Does PowerDirector support CR3 Canon files?" Never heard of CR3 Canon files. Are you talking about CLog 3 Canon files? Depends on what you're talking about. So, CLog, if it's CLog, yeah, it'll bring it in because it'll be like a MTS or a MP4 file. So it'll still bring it in because the extension and the codec will fit. And then you can do your color correction or whatever you need to do. I'm not familiar with what a CR3 file is, so you're going to have to hit me up with some more information on that. If it's a new file format that I'm not aware of, then let me know. Let's see here. Just looking for more comments, people. Just looking for, if it looks like my face is frozen, just looking for more comments. That's all I'm doing. Don't pay me no mind. Let's see. All right, I got Solomon's Portico who says, "Thank you for doing this, my brother." Well, you're very welcome, Solomon's Portico, for tuning in and participating in our live stream. Love ya. Cringy. Okay, let's see what else we got. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. Andrew Walters is like, so it's an upgrade to dumb it down? Doesn't make sense. It makes no sense, my friend, to me. Okay? And to you, obviously. Here's what I will say, man. And I will say this based on some other feedback that I gave before. These changes that they make are based on feedback that they're receiving through the customer improvement plan or program or whatever. So if you opt into doing the customer improvement thing and they figure that a certain percentage of people are only using like 4 or 5 of those tools in the PIP designer, then they're like, hey, let's make it easier to get to those 4 or 5 tools so that people could just use these. And then if these people want to use other things, they'll still have the option by going to advanced or whatever. Make it easier for these people to find it because the majority of the people that are in this program are just doing this or that. So if you want to make sure that your usage is tracked, which I don't do because I don't care. I'm like, I would rather you not track my usage and I just have to deal with whatever changes you make and work around them if I have to. But some people might be like, hey, I want you to know what I'm doing. And I want you to get like my crash reports and all this other stuff. So yeah, I want to share that information with you. And so they can track your usage and say, hey, boom, these are the only 4 things people are using in the particle designer or in the PIP designer. So we're going to make it easy for people to get to them. So yeah, to me, it's dumbed down. I don't like it. And to you, Andrew, thanks for being on Team Whitaker. Okay, let's see. What else we got here? Real World Slots. He says, hey, how you doing, Malik? Long-time fan, always using your tips. Thank you, Real World Slots. I appreciate that, man. You know what? I'm doing good, man. Just thank you for asking. It's so good to see that people give a damn and care about how I'm doing. Because, you know, these is rough times, people. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Whoa, sir, rough times out there. I'm going to try to be a singer. Rough times. No, let me stop. So, it's rough, man. I mean, like, physical health, mental health, you know, all those things are being affected just because we have to stay home more or, you know, we don't get to interact with people at work like we used to. So at the end of the day, man, I'm doing good. I think that YouTube and doing these videos is therapeutic, helps me with being able to have those connections, some of those connections that I don't get. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm at home every day with my best damn friend in the world. My wife is my PIC, my partner in crime, my get down girl. We always together. So, I mean, I could not have more fun than I'm having with my wife. But, you know, we all are human. There's sometimes you need that other social interaction, and this helps with that as well. As far as making videos, I think that I'm doing pretty good at that. These live streams are something that I'm doing more often. You guys might notice. So I'm having fun with that. But I'm also coming through with some different types of videos that I think will be helpful to you guys. I got a video coming up about simple shortcuts to help you speed up your workflow. So you'll be seeing that in the coming weeks. I got a video about just the 8 steps to making a video, the best way to really have your workflow laid out for you so that you can have the most effective and efficient video process. So I got a video on that coming out. I'm doing good. You know, real world slots. Thank you for asking. A lot of new stuff coming your way. So appreciate you for asking that question. Yeah, Andrew, still on the Express. He said Express gets a thumbs down. I agree, but I'm gonna move on because I got my own feelings on this stuff, Andrew. You know how I'm about to hurt somebody. They better be glad I don't work at Cyberlink. Let's see. Uh-oh. Timo Zone 60 said had the new update, but it has crashed a couple of times already. You know, it's kind of unfortunate, man, that when these updates come out, that sometimes they have they impact your capability to make videos in ways that you weren't really expecting to happen. Like, and I can't really call it right now, like why is it doing that, right? You got the same PC you had before with the same specs, all of that stuff, but there's something that they may have done that is causing your PC not to like the program, and so it has to shut it down in order to keep running. So I mean, my best advice to you, Timo Zone 60, is to head over to the Director Zone, not the Director Zone, to the Cyberlink PowerDirector forum. Head over there and you can leave a comment on what's happening, when it's crashing. Provide your diagnostic files. It's called a DXDiag or DXDiag. You can provide that to them and let them see what's going on. Also in the program, let me see here. It's a thing here that I want to share. Sharing is caring. So let me see here. All right. So this is pretty good here. Let me pull this up. So in the program, if you ever want to provide feedback, if something is going wrong. Now, if your program's crashing and you can't even get to this step, I understand. You can't use it. But if you can at least open your program and get to this step, this is the quickest way to get feedback to them. You can go to File and then go to Rate Us and Provide Suggestions. When you click on that, you actually get to type in what's happening. Now it says, how can we make the program better for you? But you can just type whatever the heck you want. Like, hey, my program, ever since the latest update for PowerDirector 365 users that rolled out on January 28th, 2021, my program crashes when I blank. Put that in here. Give it the rating you want. Hit include email address with your feedback, and they will contact you back by email and follow up with you. I have told people to do this many times. They do it and they respond back. Now, don't get it twisted. They're getting a lot of emails and they're trying to help a lot of people. You ain't going to get an email back in 10 minutes. You might not get an email back in 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days, but you will get an email back from them eventually. If you include your email here, they will respond back if it's a problem that you're having with the program. So this is the best and quickest way, in my opinion, to get help with the program directly from Cyberlink. So I hope that helps you out, brother. Let's see what else I got on here. All right. Aha, I like this. Memory Lane Videos, what's up, man? He says, hey, Malik, I hope your day is pointed in the upward direction. Yeah, that used to be something I used to say on like every video. And I know you know that, man. That was the old school a little bit of old school loving for you guys. So basically, if you guys have not gone over the memory lane videos, he's got a lot of great content, man. If you want to have some nostalgia in your life, go look at the way things used to be, things we used to do, all of that. Memory lane videos has a bunch of great videos out there. I think his content is superb, and I love the way he crafts his videos. So check him out and show him a little bit of love. So let's see. So here's some advice from Superman G. He's talking to TimoZone60. He says, I don't do the upgrades until at least 6 months after release. This is because there are going to be bugs in the program. They still have to work out. So a lot of people take on that approach. So if you have like the licensed version, then you can go ahead and really get your updates based on when you want to do them. Just remember that it's really difficult for the 365 subscription. I don't know if you could roll back. So if you want to wait a few months, that might be good for you, so that you can make sure that everything is stabilized before you do your upgrade. And just keep in mind, sometimes there may be a feature that you might want. Like in the last few upgrades, there hasn't been anything that you could do without, in my opinion. The biggest upgrade that they had that had some good stuff was the one when they had like the selection mask and stuff like that. But besides that, if it's not anything that like this, that's why it's good to watch a video like this. Because if you watch this live stream and you're like, I don't give a rat's fat patootie about any of those things, then you can like, I'm gonna skip this upgrade, right? So that's a good thing about watching these live streams that I do on the updates, because you get an idea of what the new features are and how you can use them, in my opinion. So all right, let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. So Andrew Walters says, I'd like to see the Shutterstock library have more loop music become available. Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, I would like the Shutterstock library to have a lot more stuff, to be truthful with you. I mean, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's like tens of thousands of assets that you can use. More loop music would be cool, because it's really easy to just, you throw that loop music in there and you can like extend it out to, you know, however long you need it for your particular video. So that's a good thing. But I think that there should be more of everything available. Now, you got to keep in mind, keep things in perspective, man. When we look at Shutterstock, they give you like a bunch of stuff under their own subscription program. And their subscription programs are like pricey AF. Okay? They real pricey. And you get a lot for that price. Cyberlink has got a deal with Shutterstock where you basically get a good portion of Shutterstock assets for nothing, because Cyberlink is paying them whatever they're paying them, right, to do this deal that they're doing with them. But we're not paying them directly anything. This is the same price. Think about it. The Cyberlink subscription is the same price as it was before they had Shutterstock assets added to it. So there wasn't an increase in the price to get all of the content that we're getting for free. It's not everything that Shutterstock does, but it's a huge portion of it. And if you want everything that Shutterstock does, you can do it, but you got to pay for it. So keep those things in mind. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's something that you're getting for free, something for nothing, basically, in my opinion. So that's a good thing. I would love for them to give us more stuff for free. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about freebies, but I'm also about what makes sense for a business too. So just think of it that way. Let's see. So Greg Tillman, what's up, Greg? Greg said he wants transitions in multi-camera editing. That would be cool right there, man. If you could just have like, damn, I got like all of these cool little transitions that you could add right in the multicam designer. I would love that too. That's a pretty innovative thought there. I mean, the other thing for multicam is I would like it to be more than 4 cameras. I mean, 4 cameras, goodness gracious sakes alive. I mean, a lot of times you got, you know, depending on your situation, you might have more than 4 cameras. And so sucks that you have that limitation on it. I do also understand that if they add more than 4 cameras, that is a lot of processing power. So you got to think about the good and the bad. So if you want like 6, 8 cameras in there and you're adding all these things and working with all these things in a multicam designer, that's going to be a lot of processing power. You're going to need a lot of RAM. You know, if you're using your GPU, I mean, you just need to actually have a powerful processor and a lot of RAM if you want to have more than 4 cameras. So I understand there's some drawbacks there. Greg Tillman also says he wants to see better Chroma Key. Oh my goodness. Yeah, me too. I really like the old Chroma Key back in the day. They switched it to this new add key type thing. It's really garbage. I don't like it, but you know, luckily I have the new Blue Effects Chroma Key Pro, and I use that more than I use the new Chroma Key that comes with PowerDirector. So options. It's always good to have options out there. All right, let's see what else we got. All right. Jamie says 8K recording or 8K editing and exporting would be nice. Yeah, that would be dope if they had that. There's not a lot of cameras that do it, but there are some. There's some out there that do it. And we'll see. I mean, I think that once the 8K recording capabilities are added in more devices, then I think that they'll probably jump on board at that point. We'll see. So I got a question from Jeff Perry. He said, is there a way to keep PD365 up to date without manually having to check for updates? Not that I'm aware of. That would be great if it just had like automatic updates where it could just automatically do it for you. I don't see why that wouldn't be possible because, you know, they're always checking to make sure you're online to make sure your subscription is active. So if they can check to make sure that your subscription is active on a regular basis, and you have to be online sometimes to use the program, then I don't see why they wouldn't be able to, if they have that connection already, why can't they just push the automatic updates if you opt in for that? So I think it would be great if they had an option where they opted in for it and you could just knock it out and kill it. Get those updates done, wouldn't have to worry about it. But also to some people, like we heard earlier in the comments, some people, they're like, hey, I don't want to update automatically. So it would have to be something that I think they would have you opt in to do, because some people want to wait to make sure if there are any bugs or any problems that they don't have to experience that. So different strokes for different folks. So I got Catching with Key TV. Catching with Key TV says, good morning. It would be nice to have options for intros. Blessings. So I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, it's just me. Options for intros, I guess like you're saying that they have just like a free intro that you could use and just add in your own stuff, like a template or whatever. There's plenty of templates out there for PowerDirector. If you go to the Director Zone, you can get some free templates out there. There's other templates you could use in the program too. Depends on whether you like them or not. But to me, if you're going to do like intros, that you have like specific intros, besides like the titles and things like that, then they're not unique. And I think that your intro should be unique. It should be something that you have and that a bunch of other people don't have. So if there's like a bunch of people with the same intro because it's in PowerDirector, that really wouldn't make you stand out, or it really wouldn't make you be able to showcase your brand as well. So in my opinion, just my opinion, I wouldn't want to use any type of template for an intro, because there's a high possibility that other people are using my same intro. That's just me. Real World Slots asked, how do you make two scenes seamless, like a TV show or movie, two separate videos? So, not sure what you mean by two scenes seamless, like a TV show. What I think you might be referring to is like cuts. So how do you cut, like jump cut, or just a regular split, or edit on the action, different types of cuts that you can do. Basically, you just put your clips together and split them, cut them, butt them up against each other where you want it to happen. It'll just flow right to that other scene. So if you have two people talking, like me talking here, and I'm talking to somebody, and then you show the next scene of another person looking this way talking to me, then that would be, to me, the same scene, but you would be cutting between the two. And also you can cut between like me talking to somebody, and then you have a scene of maybe something happening outside that I'm talking about, right? And then come back to me on the inside. So they're really cuts. So if you want to know more about that, I have a video, and I think it's called 6 cuts that every video editor needs to know. So if you look it up, 6 cuts every video editor needs to know, and then I think I have PowerDirector at the end, you'll see more about doing those types of seamless transitions. Okay, I got Rico Vargas. He says he'd like to know how to make an icon for subscribe and hit the share button. A pretty one. A pretty one. So how pretty it looks is how pretty your graphics are. So I'll start off with, just creating some good graphics using a good photo editor like Photoshop, or even PhotoDirector. You have to get in there and you have to use your own capabilities to create your own subscribe button, your own cursor, your own bell, right? You can create those things on your own and create them each as separate layers. Once you have them as separate layers, you can use the PIP designer to make them appear on the screen, to make them move into position, move the cursor, hit the subscribe button and make it, probably use the things called the beating effect to make it kind of move like it, went ahead and got clicked on, things like that. You can make them swirl and disappear and get small. All the things you can do, it just takes time. So if you guys have watched one of my longest tutorials I ever did was the Marvel intro effect. It would be like that. It would be complex and something that you would have to make using multiple programs in order to create it within PowerDirector. So it can be done. It just takes a lot of work. Now, if you want to do it the easy way would be for you to go to a website like placeit.com, and you can just buy one of those things that has a subscribe button and a bell for a few dollars, and it'll be transparent. It'll be a video clip. You just bring that video clip into PowerDirector, place it where you want it, make sure it's on a track that's overlaying the other tracks, and when you play it, it'll show up. You can also go to a website like Fiverr.com, Five, 2 R's.com, and you can pay someone to create one for you, probably $5, $10, and then they'll send you the file. Once again, it'll be a file with a transparent background. It's a video clip. All you got to do is import it into your projects with your other video clips, place it on the timeline where you want, and it'll show it. It'll have your channel name, all that stuff. So Those are some options. You can make it yourself. It'll be complex to do with PowerDirector because PowerDirector is a video editor. It's not a compositor. So you're going to have to do a lot of work to get it done, but you can do it. Or you can pay for it at a different website like placeit.com or fiverr.com. All right. Let's see. Let's see what I got here. Just looking for comments, people. Just looking for comments. So Galaxy Video Production says, hi, buddy. What's going on, Galaxy Video Productions? He's asking, when will PD accept MXF files? I don't know. I don't know if PD will ever accept MXF files. Let's see something real quick here. Just in here looking for something real quick. Should take me about a few seconds. Sorry for the delay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to share my screen here. All right. So according to PowerDirector, so I'm here on the CyberLink PowerDirector site, and I'm under the minimum system requirements under specs. And if I go past minimum system requirements, I can come down to format and device support. So it actually shows that it supports MFX AVC 420 files. So if you have 420 files that are MXF AVC, then it should support them. If those files are 422, 442, anything like that, it's not going to support them. So it depends on the specific information about the MXF file, right? So it says it supports them. So once again, if you got MXF files that are 420 and it's not supporting them, I say go to File, Rate Us and Suggest, go in here, leave your complaint to CyberLink, leave your email so they can get back to you, and they'll work with you and work it out. Work it out. All right. Okay. All right. So Toga22 says CR3 is Canon RAW. So nope, not RAW. It does not deal with RAW. As a matter of fact, there aren't too many programs that deal with Canon's RAW file, especially like the I think Canon has RAW, and then they have the RAW Cinema Lite. The RAW files I think are more are useful in a lot of different programs. I think like Adobe, DaVinci Resolve, things like that. And then the RAW Cinema Lite files from Canon, I think those only work in like the Canon development thing that they have, and also in DaVinci Resolve. So I know for a fact that PowerDirector doesn't import RAW. As you saw on that page that I had up, it doesn't have any RAW capabilities for any type of files. Like you'll see here that all of these are just regular codecs that you should see on a regular basis. None of these are RAW. So it doesn't support any type of RAW footage that I know of. So Rico Vargas says, you made a tutorial on a vintage, how to make a vintage video. I loved it, and I made one excellent work. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That actual video was a video that I wish I could remember this gentleman's name, but I can't. I can't remember his name. But it was a suggestion and a tutorial that not the tutorial, but a suggestion that was given to me by one of the users on the PowerDirector users group. And he basically shared with me the files that he used and the project that he used. And I kind of went over it and figured out, you know, hey, this is how he did it. And then I did that tutorial based on this gentleman who shared those files with me and things. So it was pretty cool. I can't take all the credit for it because someone else actually did it first and then said, hey, if you want to make a tutorial on this, go ahead and do it. So I did. But I like that video too. I like that tutorial a lot. I was just thinking about that the other day too. Jacob RC. So Jacob RC says, your videos have helped me so much. Thank you, Jacob RC. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through on the live stream. Photos on the fly. What's up, Photos on the fly? Says, good morning. Always love your lessons. So helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Photos on the fly, for always being supportive and coming through on these live streams. Let's see. So Rico Vargas asks, can PowerDirector broadcast live on YouTube? Nope, it's not live streaming software, so you can't use it for that. Let's see. Chad Oliver Studios has a innovative idea. Why not make quick tools customizable? That's a pretty good idea. I mean, if the program gave you the capability to add whatever tools or things you use on a regular basis to like a section that you could just jump to and grab the stuff you want to grab, that would be dope. I would love that because I'd be using that like all day, every day. Superman G says the 8 steps video would be a great attention getter. Yeah, I think so. I think it's one that a lot of people probably could find useful. I mean, everyone has their own flow and what they are comfortable with, but there is a standard that you should be using when you edit videos that could help you. You don't have to adhere to the standard all the time because we're all people and we do what we like and what feels comfortable to us. But just knowing what those standards are, I think are going to be helpful to a lot of people. And if they want to adopt those standards, then they can. So we'll see when that video comes out. Let's see. So looks like a bitty bike. I don't know if I'm saying that right. A bitty bike. I don't know. Sorry. There's new feature he would like to be able to work with and produce 2D 180 videos. That'd be cool. I mean, not really much more I can say, but that would be cool. Todd's Tantalizing Tips. What's up, Todd? How you doing, man? He says, do you have any suggestions on 360 cameras that work well with PowerDirector? The 361, I think that one works well with it. That's the one that I have. I've used some others before, and they worked too. I didn't really have too many issues with the 360 videos that I've used. I don't use 360 a lot, so my 361 camera is probably kind of old compared to like the newest model that they have out there, but it's all good. It still gets the job done when I need it. So that's what I would recommend. They seem to be one of the biggest up and coming 360 video brands out there. So that's really what I would say. Let's see. Lion's in the building. What's up, Lion? Lion said, hey man, love your vids. Thanks, sir. Appreciate that. And we got Get You Woo just giving me some claps and some hand claps and some loves. I appreciate you. So we got Real World Slot says, all my videos are filmed on my Galaxy S20 Ultra. It has 8K filming. So PowerDirector really needs to get on this. If I do a film at 8K, the raw file has to be uploaded to YouTube directly. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that as more devices have the capability of 8K, I think they'll get on board. As a businessman, I think about the resources that you utilize to create something and make something, and then how much, I guess, return on that investment you're gonna get. So, as more 8K video devices come out, I'm sure they'll jump on board. Let's see. I'm just looking for some comments here. Let's see. Got Prince Jacob. What's up, Prince Jacob? Mr. Rebuttal the Principal says, "Good day, Professor and company. I'm on PD right now. What's up? What's up, Prince Jacob?" Yeah. So, Galaxy Video Production says I have 422. See, that's the issue. That's why those MXF files won't work, because according to their site, they have to be 420, right? So I don't know if you can see this here. Let me move it up a little bit. Right here, 420. That's it. If it's 422 MXF, it ain't gonna work. Sorry. Not much more I can say about that. Let's see. Let's see. I'm still looking for something here. Got Taffy's travel videos. What's up, Taffy? Says, "You have helped me so much on my YouTube channel." Thanks, Colin. Appreciate that. Yep. So I got some people agreeing with me. Dan Nine House says Insta360 works great. I don't have the X version. Sorry. But I agree, Dan. Insta360, they're making great stuff out there, man. Let's see. And Prince Jacob says, "I'll be sharing this to Twitter when the live ends. People need to know how informative, fun, and professional you are." Thank you for doing that, Prince Jacob. Everybody share this on Twitter, okay? Facebook, whatever you got, I would appreciate that. All right, so I think I caught up now. So I'm right on real time with all of these messages that I'm seeing. I want to check one thing and see if there's any other super chats or super stickers that I missed, because, you know, it's easy to miss this stuff. I'm just scrolling through all of my little comments here. So give me a few seconds as I review, make sure I didn't miss. I got the super chat from Superman G. I talked to that already. Thank you once again, Superman G. Nope, don't see any other super chats on here, so I think we're good. All right. Brian Royston. Brian Royston said, "I have a problem freezing a lot or saving and loading from NAS. Tweak settings, no avail." So, first off, this is just my opinion, man, from editing videos for many, many years. First and foremost, freezing, and I think it could be caused by your network attached storage, because if it's network attached storage, it depends on how your network is acting. Also, it's still also dependent upon your PC. So your setting, your not your settings, but your hardware, your how much RAM you have, your video card, your processor, all those things in combination with the fact that you're using a network attached storage could be leading to you having a lot of freezing or crashing and things like that. So you're really going to have to do some, I guess, some investigation to see what's actually doing it. And the first step is to look at the recommended minimum requirements for your PC. And I just say overkill. Always overkill. I overkill on everything. Like it says like 4 megabytes or 4 gigs of RAM. I got like, what I got, 32 gigs. I got a i9 processor that's super powerful, super fast, a lot of cores. You just got to make sure that you do the more you got, the better. Now I understand that all that stuff costs money, but if you have lower specs, you're going to get lower results. That's how it goes down. That's how it works. If you're using a NAS, then I would try, first and foremost, say, hey, I'm using my NAS. I'm loading stuff from there. Why don't I just try loading it right on my drive on my PC? So if you have a solid state drive, try putting your files on a solid state drive and editing from there instead of editing from the NAS, and see how things go there. To me, if you do that and everything works better, then you know the problem is that you're doing it off of a network attached storage, because you're really at the mercy of the connection with your NAS to your PC. When you're using a solid state drive, there's no in between, right? So try that first and see if that's the issue or not. If it's still acting crazy and lagging and slowing down and freezing, then you know it's your PC and it's not your NAS. So then you can figure out what you need to do with your PC. So trial and error, you got to do a little bit of investigation to figure out what it is and get it fixed. Yeah, so Superman G is talking to Real World Slots. He says, FYI, whenever you use transitions, you can modify the transitions. That can help your movement in your videos. Yeah, if you're using a transition and all your stuff is jumping over because you're adding a transition, then you need to change your transition behavior. So let's go ahead and hit that up real quick. All right, so let's say we got a transition on here, and let's just go up here to everything, or let's go to general, and let's say I just add a simple fade transition here. So when I add this transition, if I click on modify, I get the option to do overlap or cross. So cross, as you see in the example, you got video clip A and video clip B. They're right up against the end of video clip A is up against the beginning of video clip B, and the clips don't move, right? The transition, which is green, is right in between them. These stay butted up against each other. If you choose overlap, see how all my clips just moved? If you clip overlap, then what happens is clip A is over clip B, and your transition is over both of them over that same span of the beginning of the clip to the end of this clip. So this moves everything over. I have mine set to cross, and it is the default set to cross so that it doesn't move any of the video clips whenever I add a transition. If I go here, let's do this. If you go up here to preferences, you go to editing. Up there at the top, it says set default transition behavior. I have it set to cross. If I set it to overlap, then every time I add a transition, it's going to overlap. So you might want to go to your settings and change it to cross if you don't want it to overlap, and move your clips on the timeline every time you add a transition. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See, now y'all got me behind again. I'm running on juice 11. What time is it? Man, time sure flies when you're doing these live streams. You know what I mean? Christy Prentice. What's up, Christy Prentice? She says, as a new PD user, your videos have been a great help. Thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate that. Let's see. Question from Javeen or Jivan Kumar Bagdafi. Hopefully I said that right. Which one do you really like, 365 or DaVinci Resolve? 365. All day, every day. And one of my live streams, I talked about DaVinci Resolve and what I use it for. So I use DaVinci Resolve. Don't get it twisted. Okay. But I use it for certain circumstances. One of the things I use it for is for Canon RAW Cinema Light files. Like I was talking about earlier, they were asking CR3, what Cinema RAW. Okay, cool. Because PowerDirector cannot import Cinema RAW Light files, when I use my my C200, it has Cinema RAW Light files. I don't have to use Cinema RAW Light on my C200, but I like to, right? So when I use that file format, then what happens is I need to bring it into DaVinci Resolve to go ahead and convert it to H.265 or H.264, depending on what I'm doing. So that's what I use DaVinci Resolve for. I use it sometimes for to color correct those raw files, because as long as I'm in DaVinci Resolve and I'm going to convert it anyway, I like the color correction tools in DaVinci Resolve. I think they're some of the best out there. So I do use the color correction, curves, nodes, the whole gamut of tools, really. And then I go ahead and create it as a H.264. But I don't do any editing in DaVinci Resolve. Once I have that Cinema Raw Light file in the format that I need, I bring it into PowerDirector and I do all of my editing from there. All of it. Because I love editing with PowerDirector. It's my jam. It's my jam, y'all. Okay. Let's see what else I got. All right, Galaxy Video Productions. Thanks again for helping us learn and grow. I love my shirt and coffee mug too. Hey. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, man. I never talk about that stuff. But shirt, I got coffee mugs, I got shirts, I got all types of merchandise that you guys can take advantage of. You can look underneath the video when it's over and you'll see that my merch shelf there, and you'll see a bunch of great stuff that you can buy that is PowerDirector University branded. So if you want to show off your love for PowerDirector University, and if you want to support the channel, please feel free to go ahead and pick up some merch, and it'll help me make more videos and do more live streams like this. Let's see. Good tip from Superman G to check on the updates, drivers, whatever, for your NAS manufacturer. So Real World Slot says he is using Cross, which is good. He's doing Ripple on his videos, and he just doesn't like the transitions. Basically, he doesn't have a wow factor for him. So to each his own, you know. Like I said, I'm not big on transitions anyway, but he likes them and he wants to use them, so it's all good. I got Guy Trezente. He says, thanks for sharing your knowledge of PowerDirector. You're welcome, Guy. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. Dan nine who says, always enjoy your videos, informative and entertaining. Thank you. Many of the Shutterstock videos will not import into library. Anyone else? So just remember, when you're going to Shutterstock, when you use it, you have to make sure that you're not clicking download from the preview. So a lot of people click on the video to look at it and they hit the preview and then they hit the download thing. That's not how you do it. You're either going to download something with a watermark on it, or it might not download at all. Make sure that you're in the Shutterstock screen and you're not in the preview screen when you download the files. So Christy Prentice says, I hope PowerDirector will let version 19 users use Shutterstock templates. Seems like I have to upgrade to 365. Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever be an option. Maybe. I don't work there, so I can't really say, but I would think that it's unlikely. You never know. I think it's unlikely because if you have a subscription, then you're paying every month or once a year for the use of the program, which gives them, I guess, a word I'm looking for here, I don't know, but they're generating revenue every month off of those subscribers. And because of that, it's a regular income stream. That's what I was looking for, an income stream. It's a regular income stream that they get, so they can afford to say, hey, Shutterstock, out of this group of people, they're paying us every month. We'll give you, I don't know, $1 per each subscriber if you give us access to 45,000 of your Shutterstock assets. That makes more sense because they're getting a regular income. They have regular income revenue that they can share rather than, hey, you buy 19 once and then now forever you get access to Shutterstock for that. It's highly unlikely because there's no guarantee. If you have 19, there's no guarantee that you're going to ever buy it again. You could buy version 19 and keep it for as long as you want. It is yours. So I don't think that they would be likely to give you something for free that you get for free every month that other people are paying for every month. I don't think it makes business sense for them. Would it be great for us? Yes, it would be, but it's not all about us. The business has to succeed in order for us to use their products. So they have to do things smart. Let's see. Colin B297 says, turn up the mic. I usually get people telling me to turn down the mic. Now you telling me to turn it up? What's the heck's going on, man? I'm lost. Turn it up, turn it down, what I need to do. Let's see. You're welcome, Guy Tresente. See, I got a little bit of Espanol in me. I can speak a little bit of the Spanish. Guy Tresente. I know what I'm saying here. Okay. I can do it. Okay. I don't know why I said it like that. Like that. I thought it was Scarface or somebody. I don't know. That ain't even, that's a horrible Scarface. Okay. Let's see. How to download PowerDirector 365. When you buy the program, then they give you files that you need to add to your PC. One of them is the application manager. When you add that, you'll have the option to upload PowerDirector or download PowerDirector. I'm sorry. You have the option to download it and install it. It'll ask you for the product key that you get from Cyberlink whenever you buy the program. You enter that and then you have it. Booyah. Pretty simple. Let's see. Prince Jacob, Mr. Rebuttal, the principal says, transitions are silent words and metaphorical meanings that can be expressed just off a blend, a fade, a trickle. I love transitions. I need to learn self-control, though. I love that, man. Just being vulnerable. I love your vulnerability, Prince. So, yeah, I mean, he's right about everything he just said about transitions is true. That is 100% true. But you need to actually do exactly what he said. Have some self-control. Use them in the right scenarios and don't overuse them. When you overuse them and you use them in the bad scenarios when you shouldn't be used, they're horrible, right? So don't overuse them, have self-control, and only use them in the right situations. Every video that you make don't need transitions. It depends on what you're doing, right? So it's all good. Real World Slot says, when is PowerDirector 20 coming out? Any ideas? Yeah, I do have an idea. So just to share with you guys, usually PowerDirector has a new version per se, and I'm going to say new version in air quotes, and I'll tell you why in a second. They have a new version that comes out anytime between like August and October. Most times it comes out in September, but anytime between August and October, it's liable to come out. Now, I don't really get any heads up about it coming out. I used to be able to participate in a beta program, but I haven't heard anything from them on that in a minute. I'll probably reach out to them and ask them about that. But at the end of the day, I don't really know when it's coming out for certain. If you look up the history, though, the new version comes out sometime between August and October. Now, the reason why I say new version is because it depends on what you call a new version. Sometimes they have great updates that just change the program altogether, right? And you're like, wow, this does seem like a new version. Sometimes they have a new interface, and you're like, wow, this does seem like a new version. But sometimes the changes that they made to the program are so minimal, you're like, this ain't nothing. It's not a new version. It's just a few tweaks. So it's really up to you what you feel qualifies as a new version, but they come out with a new number, let's say that, between August and October. So it will get a new number sometime around between August 2021 and October 2021. And we'll see what types of features and UI changes and improvements they make to it whenever version 20 does come out. All right, Superman G says he has to pull out. Enjoyed the stream. Take care and be safe. You be safe too, brother. Just take it easy. And then I got a correction here from, I guess it's, sorry about that. Guy Tresente, he says it's Italian. My bad. So it is a love language. At least here in America, we call Spanish and Italian love languages. I don't know how you guys call it over there, but beautiful name. All right. Let's see. Crafted by Corey. What's up, Crafted by Corey? She says, thank you so much for your videos. They've been super helpful to me. You're very welcome, Corey. Glad you could drop in and say what's up. All right, Prince Jacob, let me know my mic es bueno. So we're all good. So turn up your mic, turn down your mic. I'm just going to leave it like it is. We got Sean in Alaska. What's up, Sean? I have never caught you live before. Love your videos. I'm learning loads from you. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Alaska, man, I've always wanted to go there, man. It's so beautiful. I wanted to do a cruise to Alaska, but right now, I guess cruising ain't the get down for me right now. I've heard a lot of things about cruises when this whole COVID thing started, so I'm not really open to cruising right now. But one day when we're in a better place, I'm jumping on a cruise, man, and I'm going to Alaska. That's for real, for real. All right, let's see what we got here. Man, every time I catch up, guys get to running. Let's see. I'm trying to just find where I'm at in the comments here. All right, I think I am in there like some underwear. We are basically at the top of the game. All right. So I got a super sticker here from SK Area 51. Thank you so much for that super sticker. I appreciate you, my friend. It's kind of funny how the super stickers don't show up until later, but sorry I didn't hit you up with that acknowledgement earlier, but I appreciate that super sticker. It means the world to me. Any type of support that I can get for the channel is awesome. All right. What's up? Philippe Perrault, or Philippe Perrault, however you say it, said Montreal. Montreal in the building. Oh, Canada. It's all good. I love me some Canada. I wish we had half the stuff Canada got. But that's a comment for another time. But no political conversations here, baby. All right. So I'm going to try to say Nasard or Nasard. Says he can't find the color LUTs and presets. Well, came to the right place, pal. Let's go ahead and show you how to find those. All right, so if you're looking for color LUTs and presets, they have been moved. They got moved with the last version, as a matter of fact. So if you go to the effects room, you see here it says color LUTs. Just click on that, and you got all your color LUTs and presets all right here under the effects. So there it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. So I hope that helped you out, Nasard. Let's see. It looks like the comments have slowed down considerably. And I got to go in a minute and eat me some lunch. Okay, brother got to get some sustenance. Something in my belly. I need to eat. Get in my belly. Let's see. Yep. Nasard. You're welcome, my friend. You know, sometimes it's right in front of our faces. So easy to find. But sometimes, you know, they make it hard. We try to go look for it where it used to be, and it's not there anymore. So it's kind of rough. They should like send out like a little instruction pamphlet every time they change something to let you know where it's at. But they don't do that stuff. They don't love us like that. I'm just playing this. But anyway. All right, guys. So, I mean, I think this is a good time to go ahead and cut this live stream short. I have had a great time today. You guys are awesome. I appreciate those of you who were able to provide a super chat or a super sticker today. If you were able to do that, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It means the world to me that you guys support me and help me continue to create content that helps you make better videos. And having these types of sessions where we're doing these live streams and we're able to talk to one another and I get some of your feedback, understand where you're coming from, as well as help you live, right? Now, keep in mind, as we're having these conversations, there's some lag, right? Especially think about this. At the beginning of the video, for the first 20, 30 minutes, I'm talking about the updates, right? But you guys are commenting the whole time. And as you're doing that, I don't see those comments, right? But then later on, I catch up, get caught up with the comments as we keep going. So there's a little bit of lag in me answering some of your comments, but no worries. Just know that I'm going to comment and respond to most of the comments in the chat. So that's how these live streams go down. I'm here to help you, I'm here to answer your questions. We're here to have dialogue and have some fun. And I will be doing another update live stream when the next update comes out. So stay tuned and look out for that. I appreciate all you guys tuning in, and I hope you have a great weekend and make some fun, have some fun making some videos. Live, love, learn, and do your thing, baby. Peace.